Hey guys, it's Audrey, and this is my third video done a few days after I thought I would. And so yeah, I'm going to cover a few topics that are actually really close to me and that have been suggested. They're all three going to be Sarah Palin, suggested by Allie. Yeah, Allie. Being by Savannah, and Nicole sent me something. I just can't remember what. But yeah, there's your guys' shoutouts, I guess. And one thing that I put a note on Facebook with, but since I think this is gonna reach more people, yeah, Republicans going kind of insane, more than usual. Senator Barbara Boxer from California, who is possibly one of the I'm ashamed to be Californian sometimes from what she says. But she was in a committee meeting with a general, and he said, "Ma'am," and she held up her hand and said, I don't really have the quote right here, but it was along the lines of, "Can you call me Senator, please? I worked kind of hard to get that title." And like a good soldier, he said, "Yes, Senator," and just kept on going. Republicans are going nuts. They are accusing Senator Boxer of not respecting the troops. What? No. Let me give you a few snapshots of why she wanted to be called senator. There have been, count them, 37 female senators since the beginning of this nation, and therefore of the Senate. 37. 17 of them in this current Congress. That's about, for the past about 8 years, I'd say, there have been only, since 2017. That means from 1770, from late 1770s to 2000, there have only been 20 women senators. Now, don't get me wrong, I am no feminist, not in any way, shape, or form. I hate it when people put gender, race, or some other retarded criterion to make themselves somehow better than other people. But you have to give them props. I mean, 17, 20. There are 105 seats, 102, just a little over 100 seats in the Senate. 20 have ever been filled by a woman between about the 230 years that this country's been, since between 1770 and 2000. That's ridiculous. 20. So that pretty much implies that Senator Boxer had to jump through some hoops just because of her possession of ovaries. That's just straight up unfair. And it's pretty understandable that she'd want to be called senator with all that work she's done. I don't really know how or what she's been through, but I know that there must have been something. So, yeah, she was perfectly within line. So, yeah, Republicans are a psycho. Okay, next one, Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin is, well, let's just say she pulled Alaska out of a deficit. She wants oil drilling up there, and so do most of Alaskans, but for some reason, people in the lower 48 who know nothing about Alaska don't want it. David Letterman is an asshole. He said he had made a joke about Sarah Palin's 14-year-old daughter getting knocked up by A-Rod. 14. 14! He's an asshole. And then he went and tried, when he was apologizing, he said, well, maybe she should get different makeup so that she stops making the slutty airline stewardess look. Excuse me? Just because someone's actually minimally attractive and empowered doesn't mean they look like a slutty airline stewardess. I'm sorry. She didn't exactly sound all that smart, and sometimes she said things that weren't exactly all too intelligent. But that was a pretty cool choice for McCain, coming out of fucking nowhere. I would have preferred Mitt Romney, but hey, things happen. Yeah. And yeah, I am conservative. I don't want government in my life, in my bedroom, in my wallet, in my business, in my anything. You deal with what you're supposed to. Monetary, international, and more. That is all. That is what the government is supposed to do. Instead of running car companies, setting up the entire healthcare industry, and generally rewarding idiots or retards for making mistakes, which is what they're doing now. And being a conservative is difficult, to say the least, because you get people on the left who hate you, and you get people on the right who are extremely confused by you. Especially the religious right. They don't really understand. People on the religious right aren't Republicans. They're not. They want a big government. They want a theocracy. And a theocracy is a big government. And then with that, I'm bi, which more to me means I haven't really decided, since I haven't really done all that much, so I'm pretty open to everything. Like, if there's a girl I want to date and we seem to fit, I'll go for it. But I'm more leaning towards guys, so it's not that big of a deal. I am pro-gay marriage because, again, small government, get the fuck out of my life and out of my bedroom, you're not supposed to be there. I think the religious right are complete psychos, I think I just covered that, and, yeah. What was the other one? Sarah Palin, being bi, or something else. But yeah, being bi isn't as fun as it sounds. I mean, it's basically like you're a whore. You'd sleep with anyone except I'm not going to, so not really. I know I'm wearing my glasses this time because I actually have to wear my glasses. I bet none of my con friends have actually seen me with these on. But yeah. This is what I look like in real life. This is admittedly a lot more attractive, but astigmatism sucks. Yeah, that's about it. I'm reading Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand for a scholarship, and I want to strangle Lillian. Like, really, really, really badly. Strangle. Smack, 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 smack. If you read the book, I'm not going to spoil it, even though it's in the first 20 pages. Honestly, materialistic whores, not fun. Shouldn't be living, but they are. She kind of reminds me of some of the girls in my school, which is really not good, because I hate them. And, yeah. Yeah. And, to my con friends, anyone going to YCon, because I'm thinking of getting a room, and if anyone wants to stay somewhere that isn't drama, Eric, yeah. That doesn't really have a lot of drama, just drop me a line, and the more people come into the room, the cheaper it is. So, yeah, it's all good, and, to the people who are actually subscribing to this, don't ask what YCon is, it's not for you, you're not even allowed to go. So, yeah, I'm out.